because he was born in North Africa and absorbed all that sunlight. How does he then look weak? Because image is everything. Image is everything. So conscious people have to be like, you know, wearing sandals in the wintertime and burning incense and, you know, hugging the trees. And where is that? Conscious means to be consciously aware of what your environment is going on and be able to get busy with some solutions. And then being so committed that when the bumps in the road come, you ready to fight. People just come up here and buy the stuff. They don't know how many times this place was this close to not existing. Not existing. And he still kept his compass straight. Because it's easy to fill this up with some unconscious shit and get the money flowing. Easy. But he don't. He don't. And then people, I'm sorry, Hawk. I know you might like him. I don't. People like David Banner, they want to come up in here and get a cosign from Hawk because they know this is ground zero. This is ground zero for real conscious. You come in here and get a cosign from Black and Nobel, that speaks to the whole world and says this guy gets busy in the community. But Hawk is too nice to these people. He should make them drop the bag at the door. You want to co-sign where the bag at? Because we got lights and shit to keep on. We got programs in here. We got people like, and it's the Enqi. I got to pay plane tickets, etc., to get here. The lecture's free for you, but it's not free for me. The research, I got to buy the books. I got to study the books. That takes time. Time that I could be working on spending with my children and my family. So that we're not dealing with crazy shit and then we got to go through all kinds of stuff to go deal with. So, part of that is my fault I got to deal with. And part of that's your fault. Because children don't understand that. You're not home, they don't care who you... Yeah, well, you know, I'm reversing cancer. They like, Dad, come on. We missed LeBron, okay? And Steph had an all-time... That's what they care about. So where's the balance? You don't get to come and put consciousness on as an outfit. So when I see these guys come through here, I feel like I'm supposed to see a complete renovation in Black and Nobel. We're supposed to own the corner already, where so many people come through here to borrow Hakeem Hopkins' credibility. Because that's what they're doing. They're standing next to Hop and Black and Nobel because consciousness has now become a business industry. And we have to understand that. So people will hit me up on Instagram and say, oh, Enqi, you trying to own consciousness. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make sure that we own the industry surrounding it. We don't need to own consciousness. You can't own a state of mind. But when the books, the products, the outfits, and all that come off of consciousness, when rappers are taking off Jesus and putting on Enqs, huh? Who make the Enqi? Oh, the same nigga that sold you to Jesus? Now we got a problem now. Right? Wandering Feather's supposed to be the new Jacob. Yeah, why not? He know how to set diamonds and all that shit. Why is the Wandering Feather? He been doing that. He's invested in that. He put years into that. And when the business was up, he was up. And when it was down, he was down. He took his bruises and bumps. That's a fighter. That's the kind. He can put on the outfit. Yeah, this is who I am. I'm going to get the shine that comes along with this thing, and I'm going to get whatever else come with this thing. Because I paid the dues for that. You see? So I gets on David Banner and all these dudes they want to wear consciousness as an outfit because it's a new form of business, but then I don't see where's the bookstore? Where's the clinic? Your man, the light-skinned half-white guy, he's got 2-3 platinum albums he wrote and produced himself with no features. David Banner's now in full-blown feature films, upscale, not B-movies. That means you're getting a bag. Where's 5,000? Where's 10,000 dropped at Black and Nobel? Because that's what's reinvigorating your career, David Banner, right? let the hose drop down on the floor. That's over. He's not still winning off of his music career. Nobody's buying a David Banner album, except for the new conscious people he's trying to reinvent himself to market to. It's business. So if it's business, I don't have no problem with you doing the business. I don't have no problem with your awareness. We all have a start and we all grow. People don't even recognize me now from my start. They don't even recognize me. All my niggas still on the block. I could walk right past them, but the energy's different. So it's not about that. We all start somewhere and grow, but you cannot play with this thing. You don't get to wear this as a costume for sales and think that, you know, I'm getting ready to pussyfoot around with you because I make mines. I'm not dependent on these niggas and don't want an opportunity with them. So I don't need to play with them. Get busy and drop the bag off. Like Styles P. Look at the example. Styles P never pretends or gestures to be conscious. He never proselytizes for why. He's getting busy in the community. Health initiative. The bartenders are global. You don't see them jockeying for attention on video. But the juice bars is opening. The after-school programs is opening. See, that's consciousness. And when you listen to his music, what is it? Cocaine cowboy shit. He wow, Styles P, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. That music never changed. But what he's doing, what his money has. And when questioned about it, he said, I'm a father. End of story. I'm a father. So as a father now, I'm invested in the next generation. So I'm supposed to take my money and invest it into the new institutions that'll be here for the next generation. That's real shit. See? So we gotta get into substance and move away from the fake shit. Anybody can write anything on Instagram. Okay? Knock it off. Think it's conscious on Instagram, you think that means something. Hey, yo, don't vote for Trump, please. She's fighting the Mexicans. Oh my God! David Banner's consciousness, he said something about Trump. Get the fuck out of here. Where's the bag? Get busy. Put the programs out there. We want to see the restaurants, the vegan shit open up. Where's the vegan chain? We should have a drop squad kitchen shutting McDonald's ass down. Right. Sister Zacchaeus global. They should be shutting down, you know, we should have our shit. And then in our stores, we'll have one thing. Frankfurters. For you meat eaters. Right? Franks. Right? That's how they do us. When I'm on the road, it's nothing but black bean burgers. Everywhere. Vegan menu. Black bean burger. Like, the hell is this shit?
Shepherd's pie. So go in, you got every kind of version of shepherd's pie you can think of at a moderate price. So that guy, he says, well, is that all you sell shepherd's pie? He says, no, he sold a cheeseburger. You know, the menu cheeseburger was $500. He said, so, you know, we do offer something else other than cheeseburger, other than our shepherd's pie.
Facts. So you can get you a shepherd's pie for $8.
Right.
Or you can get you a cheeseburger for $500. Your choice. Your choice. Yeah. So we got to do them like that. And that starts with money. So everybody that thinks they conscious, that's unconscious of the fact that we have to get money, you're fooling yourself. That's why you're going to work every day. You got to get money. And then most of us are working in places that are unhealthy, biochemically, emotionally, mentally. One of the most dangerous things you can do is subvert your own will. When your will is suppressed, the reason why you could feel your will suppressed is because it changes the chemicals produced in your body. It changes the chemicals produced in your body. That's a part of every natural born living organism's, like that's your first right. Your expression. That shit don't even have a place in these Western schools or at work. Which is one of the reasons why I chose to relocate to Michigan, because Michigan is one of the best places to homeschool. It's There's no law in Michigan surrounding homeschool except for the parent must be the homeschool facilitator. So as long as you teach your children in Michigan, you good. Now, here's a flip side to it. A lot of people playing with consciousness again are using that as a way to let their children slip through the wayside. Because we got babies coming into our joint, 10 years old, the parents are so enamored with the child's ability to talk grown. See, there's a difference between speaking adult and being intelligent and being able to articulate yourself. So if the child can talk grown, the parents like, oh yeah, my child's super intelligent, and da 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 da. And then I immediately go, okay, read. I'm like, close the book. Child 10 years old. You guys sit down over there with the kindergarten children. Now the parents upset with me because they think their tuition means something. Oh, well, I'm not paying for my child. Okay, that's fine. Take him out of here. Because I started to homeschool just to homeschool mine. It didn't include other folks, but I'm still going to spend this money that I spend regardless on mine. So your child not being here just makes it easy to concentrate on mine. Kick rocks. Like, damn, he's arrogant. No, he's not. I'm focused. Your baby's dumb. Yeah. If we don't have the ability to do that, we in trouble. We got people that are fat looking in the mirror saying I'm different and shit like that. No, you're fat. You don't say you're fat, you don't start to do the things you need to do to lose weight. You don't realize that your child is 10 and they can't fucking read and they have a problem, they gotta go back to basics. Your child is gonna be a big dummy at 18. A big dummy. And the people who suffer with that the most are pretty little girls. Pretty little girls. And this is how they get right onto the strip pole. It starts right there. Mommy and daddy, we put them on a strip pole. Because soon as you got a pretty little girl, see, that's why girls that don't look so pretty, they don't have that issue. They learn somewhere like around 3 or 4, they got to start working